Alright, so our very first installation for Windows 2003 Standard Edition server is complete, which will eventually become our domain controller. So let us log in to the server, and if you remember from my previous video, this is the lab that we are trying to build. So I'm going to clone this server and make our New Jersey domain controller. So that is what we are going to work on right now. Before that, some little bit of housekeeping that we need to do with this server. The very first thing that we will do is enable remote. So I've enabled RDP. The next thing we will do is we will now install VMware tool. Also, what I can do is I can remove I will click on next for typical installation of VMware tools. Click next and install. And over here in Windows component, I will remove the enhanced security configuration for administrator. Yeah, administrator. Click OK. Next. Okay, this is complete. It says, do you want to restart? Yes, we want to restart, so let us restart this. Once the server is up, then we will give the correct IP. The IP should be 192.168.1.3. That is the IP that we're going to give, and then we can activate the Windows, and then we will make a clone of this server, which eventually will become our New Jersey domain controller. So Control Alt Insert. Put in the password. The next thing I'm going to do is going to give it an IP. This is going to be 192.168.1.3. Default gateway is going to be our right now DDWRT router, which is 1.15. And DNS, eventually this will become our DNS server, but for right now I will give it an public DNS. This is for open DNS. Okay, close. Let us check if it is able to go to internet. First of all, DDWRT, okay. Then let us check the internet. Alright, so it's working. So now we are going to activate the Windows, or maybe the Windows is already activated. No, it's not. Okay, so we need to activate the windows. Okay, so it's activated. Alright, it's activated. Now I'm going to make a clone of this. For that, I'm going to shut down the server. Alright, now we can go into our data store. And over here we can make a folder for Windows 2003 DC1 New Jersey NJ. Alright, and over here we are going to copy the VMDK file and VMX file. Copy, and we are going to paste it over here. So that is going to take some time. The hard disk that I created initially was 40 GB, so that will take some time. Usually the better idea would be like creating a dummy server first, maybe with just 8 gigabytes, and then you can clone that server, and eventually if you want you can keep on adding the hard disk, so that way it's faster. Okay, so it's now complete. It also gives me an option to rename it, so maybe I will rename this, but I cannot rename the VMDK file. For that I would have to use CLI command. Okay, so I can just do add into inventory, and here it says DC1 NJ. Go to next, click on next, and click on finish. So we go here, NJ, we can just turn this on and just click on I copied it, said OK. You can go to console, and it should be exactly the clone of our New York domain controller. However, we haven't installed Active Directory yet on New Jersey domain controller server. Make sure that when you're turning on, the other server is turned off, because it has got the same name and IP that we need to change. Everything is same, it's just a clone. So if we go to my computer, properties, computer name, change, and we'll make it as NJ. Okay, click on OK. Before I restart, I'm just going to change the IP. Alright, one more thing that we need to notice over here, that we would also have to change our network configuration over here, because right now the NIC that is using that belongs to New York, so we will add Ethernet adapter, and we'll make it New Jersey, connected power on, finish, and we can remove this one, click on OK. So right now it is installing the other NIC. So we'll go to LAN connection 2, show icon, and the IP for this would be 2.1. Actually the gateway should be 2.1. Oh, and I haven't given an IP for, so we'll keep it 2.2 for the server. And our DNS server would be our New York domain controller, or if we happen to make it as the DNS over here, then we will put DNS over here. Okay, so for right now I will just give it as 192.168.1.15. However, it won't be able to communicate right now because we have not placed any router as such. So we'll just close this, and now we can turn this server on. The next thing that we are going to do is, now we are going to make this server as a domain controller, our New York server. So to do so, all we need to do is just run dc promo command, click on next. So domain controller for a new domain, yes, click on next. Domain in a new forest, yes, this is the very first time that we are doing. And full DNS name of new domain, I will keep it as jgd108.local. Okay, NetBIOS name, that's fine, we'll keep it default. Click on next, next. Yes, I'm going to also make this as a DNS server, so that is what this option is for. Click on next. Permission compatible only with 2000, or yeah, that's fine. I'm not going to use any pre-Windows or 2000 server. So we'll click on next. We'll give it a restore password in case, and that's it. So it should not take very long. Maybe 5 to 10 minutes. That was very fast. So we'll click on restart now. And now when I log in, I can log in through RDP. Let the server come up. Alright, so the server is up. And this time I would like to connect through RDP. So it says domain controller and DNS server, these two roles are installed. So that's it for this video. I will stop the video.